take a look at this. This is a Ben Roethlisberger in honor of the Steelers quarterback. And this is pretty cool. They've even imported Iron City beer all the way from Pittsburgh here to Arizona. I might have to take this one home as a souvenir. As you said, we are on the State Route 85 bridge, the southbound lanes heading down into Gila Bend. If you look directly to my right, you'll notice that kayaker you just mentioned. We're being told from rescue crews here on the scene that he and a buddy were kayaking this afternoon here on the Gila River. Yeah, Rebecca, by all accounts, it was a productive night, but there is some concern, I can tell you, for what today might bring. In fact, if I step out of the way here, you can already see, now that the sun's up, a cloud of thick black smoke coming from this fire.
We should mention we love your hat in all of this.
You know what? I've gotten a lot of comments about this hat, but the main thing, Katie, is that it keeps me warm. As you can tell, it's still snowing here in Flagstaff. Yeah, Lori Jane just arrived here within the past 10 minutes or so. Let me step out of the way. As you say, we are at 7th Avenue and the Loop 101. You are looking at the eastbound on-ramp, the on-ramp from 7th Avenue onto the eastbound 101. You can see it's completely shut down. That photo radar van that you mentioned, Lori Jane, is at the bottom of that on-ramp. We're being told about 8 o'clock tonight, a man, a contracted worker for the Department of Public Safety, was running that photo radar van when someone driving along the Loop 101 pulled up alongside him and started shooting. You can see the rescue workers got his legs wrapped around the kayaker's scissor style. There also appears to be some sort of harness strapped around his back. They are directly overhead right now, so they are going to cross over all 4 lanes of State Route 85, go over onto the east side of the bridge where there's a little bit more clearance, just on the south side, the southeast side of the bridge, if you will, and then lower him down. It looks like everything is going well. The harness is holding.
We enjoy getting away from the city and the heat.
A couple of times every summer, Jim and Cindy Schonecker of Gilbert escape the hustle and bustle of the valley for Arizona's high country.
Just enjoy it out here. We get away from all of our day-to-day activities.
For Jim and Cindy, one of the most important parts to the whole camping experience is the campfire.
There's just a mystique about the fire, crackling and just ever glowing.
But campers like the Schoneckers here at the Pine Grove Campground near Lake Mary are under strict restrictions now that investigators say 2 other campers started wildfires with their campfires.
Today we are allowed to have a small fire, but we have to have a bucket of water next to it.
How you doing?
Don Stauffer and his wife Diana patrol the campground for Coconino County, making sure people abide by the campfire restrictions.
Just because there's no flame, they will leave, but the coals will be hot. And with the wind blowing, that's just as bad as an open flame fire.
As a result, responsible campers like Jim and Cindy get restrictions placed on them. They hope those careless campers who investigators say started the Hardy and Schultz fires get their just due.
They really need to make an example of them. I mean, they really need to bring them forth and show them and say, okay, this is the individual who did this.
And just a few minutes ago, the governor hit it right on the head. This is something we learned in Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. You drown campfires in water until you're absolutely sure they're out. And Katie, anything less than that is careless, and carelessness leads to forest fires. Drive an hour and a half west of the valley and you'll run right into it.
The word itself means that you have something to dream about.
Something many of us search for and some never find.
We wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now.
A place called Hope, Arizona.
It is a unique name. It's basically just kind of a wide spot in the road.
Tom Taylor literally owns Hope. Back in 1987, he bought it for $250,000.
I didn't name it. It was that name when I got it.
The town clearly doesn't offer much in the way of amenities. It has a church, an RV park, a mini mart, and a restaurant. That's about it.
We like to keep it a secret out here, actually. It's kind of a well-kept secret out here.
Yet for people like Rick and Susan Geimer, Hope is not just a name. The couple met and eventually married here.
For both of us, it's our second marriages, and it's been the greatest thing in our lives. So we think there's a lot of hope in Hope.
Lately, though, Hope has been in short supply. The economic downturn forced the mini-mart to close for the summer. The RV lot has way too many vacancies.
It's just been a tough several years for us here, and here again, we hope that things are going to get better.
But for Tom, that hope may be lost. They say that you can't buy love. Well, apparently that's not the case with hope. After more than 20 years of owning hope, Tom is putting it up for sale.
Yeah, I'd sell it. I haven't really thought of a price. But like I say, I would entertain offers on it.
Offers those who call this place home. Hope will keep their desert oasis from ever being beyond hope. I'm Tim Vetscher, ABC 15 News. A lot has changed over the past century. Good shot. But one thing remains the same.
There you go.
Ed Debo's golf swing. Even at 104 years old, he still hits it straight as an arrow.
What kind of a player am I?
Yeah.
Well, I'm about as good as they come.
Up until a year or two ago,
Very good.
Ed played in Canto's 9-hole golf course several times a week. Did you play for money?
Sure.
So for his final wish, Ed's hospice arranged for one last round with Norm Durrett and Dwayne McQuay.
Nice.
Ed's longtime golfing buddies.
He was 101 going to the doctor. The doctor said, "What's your diet like?" He says, "McDonald's and Wendy's." The doctor says, "Keep doing what you're doing."
While his diet may not be the best, Ed's memory is as sharp as a tack.
All right.
He can still recall his one and only ace on Encanto's 3rd hole.
I just remember that it was a good shot, and it fell down by the green. He said, "It's going in the hole," and it did.
On this day, Ed didn't score a hole-in-one.
All right.
Look at that.
But thanks to his friends, he added one last memory to a lifetime on the links. I'm Tim Vetscher, ABC 15 News. Yeah, Susan, Suns fans, like the fans here beside me, know the team is hot right now. They've won 2 in a row. They're in the Western Conference Finals. But some fans I met earlier today like the Suns for an entirely different kind of hot.
Go Suns!
Meet Paris, China, and Courtney Dunn.
Suns are gonna win!
3 sisters who share more than just a last name. These LA girls all love the Phoenix Suns.
I just love every single one of the players. They're all so adorable.
I love Steve. I love Steve Nash.
You see, the sisters became Suns fans not so much for what they do on the court, rather how the players look off it.
We love Robin.
Robin, he's my favorite.
And Lewis and Tragic. Goran.
I like the Suns because they're really cute and I just really like Steve Nash.
They can't tell you much about the Suns as it relates to basketball, but the Dunn sisters will go on and on about the players' appearances.
I love them because Steve is gorgeous. All of them are.
I saw Robin at a Laker game and then I just fell in love.
The girls all have their tickets to game number 5 and they predict a Phoenix victory, not because the Suns necessarily have better players, the sisters say because of their better looks. What do you think about tonight?
It's going to be great.
What's going to happen?
The Suns are going to win.
They're gonna win.
They're going to win. They're going to beat them down.
Why do you say that?
Because they're cuter.
All right, so I've got 10-year-old Matthew here. Matthew and his dad just drove in from Phoenix for tonight's game. Matthew, what do you think? Are the Suns going to win?
Yes,
Why? Why are they going to beat the Lakers tonight?
because they're going to make their shots.
They're going to make their shots. There, you heard it first, folks. Matthew says the Suns are going to make their shots. They're going to win, right?
Yep.
Absolutely. I agree with him. So these are just some of the fans, Susan, that are here in Los Angeles. They made the trip. We'll have more fans' stories and their journeys here to LA coming up tonight at 5. Live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center, I'm Tim Vetscher, ABC 15 News.